All right, we have a YF refrigerant recharge on this 2017 Honda Civic, and show you 2017 to make sure you know the engine, because you cannot rely on stickers and charges on some vehicles because they might have more than one charge, and it'll depend sometimes in some manufacturers on what engine is inside the vehicle. Another thing that'll change the charge is if you're in another country. In another country, you might have another drivetrain platform, and they might have a different air conditioning system, and the charge will not be what my camera shows right here on this vehicle for this 2017 Honda Accord. This is the United States. Sometimes some vehicles can have up to 3, 4, or even 5 different charge quantities by weight of refrigerant in one vehicle. And then there's a few model years that are split model vehicle years, where the same chassis vehicle model on the same year, some might come with R134 and some might come with R1234YF. So you always cannot believe what you get in Google, off Google, and some guy just writes down, yeah, this is what my car has. You need to know the year. Sometimes you need to know the engine. You need to know what country it is. You need to know exactly the engine model or a VIN number to try to find this information if the sticker is missing from underneath the dash. So we're going to fill this up, and this is 425 grams. So I got it down to 66 microns right now. It's been on the vacuum pump. We're going to shut off the vacuum, got the low side off. We're going to do liquid refrigerant through the high side from the yellow refrigerant charging hose to the high side hose. So I have the low side off. I'm going to kill the vacuum right now. Let's kill the vacuum. So now the vacuum is off, and I'm going to zero out the scale. This is the Bluetooth scale. That's a Bluetooth scale down there. We're zero. There we go. We're reading. We zero out again, and we want 425 grams. So let's go. Let's get this so you can see it. Let me zero in there and turn it on. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. There we go. On. So we want 425 grams. It is flowing in there right now. All liquid, all in the high side. The engine never starts. This is how all cars are. Real simple. And off. Good enough for government work. Between 20 and 30. 425 is what it calls for. All right, I got 3 more vehicles to do here, so I'll just leave the refrigerant in here because I'm using it on another vehicle. I have 2 more to recharge and 1 more for leak test. And the one I have to leak test is down to 0 psi, so I'll use this little bit of refrigerant in here to help me find that leak on the one that's at 0 psi. Sometimes it's recovered. Sometimes the next vehicle is just diagnosis, so I can hook up and then recover after I do the diagnosis. It all depends on your situation. What you're going to do on your next vehicle depends on what you're going to do with the refrigerant left over in the hoses. I could stop 30 grams short of the required amount and then suck in the last bit of refrigerant out of the hose. But if I'm going to use it in a leak check, I could go all the way up to the recommended amount and shut it off and keep this and use it on a leak check on the next one. It all depends. I keep getting this question because I know I do things differently in different videos all the time because I have a reason, because I have multiple vehicles, and this question keeps getting asked over and over again. So let's start this vehicle up. I'm going to cut this video off right now so I could get my laptop, I could get my iPad out here. We're going to hook up and we're going to look at the temperatures, pressures, superheat, subcooling. And I'm going to show you how to add oil to a system not under vacuum or at atmospheric pressure. I'm going to show you how to add oil while it is still. Okay, so this is how they normally are. I showed the simple way in other videos earlier with no fitting on them, and you get a little bit of air in here. And I showed you, you could say the DIY backyard poor man's way, because these fittings are usually $20, $30 a piece. Unless you get the really cheap eBay ones, then you could get them for about $15. So you have a fitting, it's already filled up with oil or dye, and you have no air in the system, it's already been purged out. So this is what you do to add without getting any air in the system or anything like that after the system is filled or it's already running in hazardous refrigerant. That'll be in the next video. I will show you that coming up next. Let's stay tuned for the next video. Let me get this running, stabled out, and get everything hooked up to show you.